Pete Siegenthaler, the principal construction manager for Caltrans on the New Bay Bridge project, is guiding colleagues in 22-degree Shanghai weather to a warm Chinese lunch break. It's a quick break from the big project of the day, final preps on the grillage, or top piece, for the self-anchored suspension tower on the New Bay Bridge.
So we're not getting duck.
He's with Mr. Wu Yun, the first person he met when he got off the plane in China in February 2007.
You were the first person, the first face, the first Chinese friend, ZPMC contact when I came to China, and I'll never forget that because you made us feel easy and made us feel at home.
I've been with Caltrans for nearly 28 years, started in 1983. Oh, this has been probably the culmination of project in my life. I thought I was working on the biggest project I would ever work on when I worked on the Walnut Creek interchange. And thereafter it was All Bay Bridge. Well, in the early part of the fabrication process, I actually lived in China for the first year, I would say 11 months out of the first year, and then about 2/3 of the time for the following 2 years. My wife did join me for a while. She has a career of her own, but she put that on hold and came over to China to stay with me on the project.
You're both from where?
We're both grew up in Switzerland. It's where we met initially, and we were pen pals for many years before she came to America. And since then we've had 2 kids. Both of them are adults now. One is a civil engineer herself, and she is designing bridges. And then my son also went into engineering, but he took the electrical engineering path, and he's a computer scientist now, working for Google.
Orange groves?
Yeah, this is all orange groves here. The oranges here in Changchun Island are just the best I've ever had.
Really?
Fabulous, and you can, during season, you can buy them a bag of 10-kilo bag for about 10 kwai. And 10 kwai is roughly $1.60.
I've traveled a lot around the world. I've lived on 4 continents, considerable amount of time. So for me, it was just an incredible experience to see, live, and breathe a new culture. And it's been really a rewarding and interesting time for me. It's certainly opened up my eyes to an area of the world that I had never been to before.
Yeah, we had over 200 people, if you include the contractors' staff here. But we knew that coming in, the project is very, very complex. There were going to be questions, there were going to be issues, and because we were on as a tight schedule as we were, we had to make every effort to resolve issues as quickly as possible.
Seeing all these people come together from different parts of the country, different parts of the world, working with different cultures, and all working towards making one bridge, and this bridge to stand up to future seismic events is just an incredible feeling, and it's certainly for an engineer standpoint, there's nothing better than this.
A typical day would be leaving 5:45 and getting to the office about 7:30. This is a typical road that, 4 years ago this was a dirt road. Today it's paved. The Yangtze River is what we had to navigate, the main channel of the major ship traffic to get over here. And so that got to be complicated at times. The longest commute one day was 4 hours to go the 24 miles.
While the Americans took the ferry, the Chinese built a 5-mile-long tunnel to the island and a bridge.
There's the new bridge over there. That opened up with a tunnel.
The grillage was shipped January 22nd, 2011.
That's a great shot right there, huh?
Pete Siegenthaler was back in the Bay Area when the grillage was lifted into place on April 15th, 2011.
Preceding 3 years was fabricating, and so now that everything is here, the erection process is going very well. And that's really a credit to American Bridge and Floor, who have just a tremendous team of folks here to plan all this and get the work done in a timely manner and we have, in every case so far, gotten the work done per plan, and it's always been successful on the first attempt. And what time do we land? The grillage was being fabricated in January, and now we are here today watching it actually go up. So this is a very special day, another major milestone of this project as we lift this grillage up and put it in place to tie all 4 legs of the tower together. And then once that gets put on, we will bolt it in place. We'll have to drill about 5,600 holes and place bolts in it and tie it down after the surveying is completed. And then finally we put the saddle on top of that. We get closer and closer to completing the bridge and opening up to traffic, and that's really what we're all here for. We're all focused on 2013, and hopefully in August, early September, we will get traffic on here. And as we get there, and with every step that's completed, it's special, and so we breathe a little easier and get a little happier as we get to that point in time when we can put traffic on this bridge.